We can hear it?
Good. Yes, sir.
Woo! Hey, we're back. The crew's back. All right, everybody, this is not a best of. This is a one of. This is episode 134. Have we missed everybody? We've been on the road, and we could not do a Festool live on the road for the two shows because we were beat and we were traveling on Fridays. So I just had to tell you that. So guess what? Now it's Festool live, and I'm going to introduce the room. Right behind this whiteboard is Big D.
Hey, everybody.
All right. Behind the camera, we got Chris, the unit Cybert. We have Garrett Sato. So tell us where you're from. He's replacing Min Min. Okay. And Min is Patty. And it's awesome. We really miss her. And I'm actually going to dedicate this episode to her because we truly miss her around here. She's the heart of our company. Hey! But more important, we got Brent Shively online. And he's the star of the Build with Brent series on YouTube, so check it out. Okay, so you know you're either watching on YouTube or Facebook right now. So thank you, but those will stay there forever so you can go back and watch. And the reason I'm saying that is I took, I think, a minute or possibly 2 minutes, okay? Because I know it's a minute past noon. We know it's Festool Friday, right? Well, this is Festool Live, right? 12 noon. Mm-hmm. And I usually go on and on and on, but I'm not going to today. We have so much planned for you, and I've only messed up about 6 kpi doing it. So stay tuned. I want to show you, and I'm going to meld a lot of episodes. We're talking about one thing today, but we're going to meld a lot of things that we talk about our system, and one of them is innovation, okay? And one of them is listening to you, our valued customers, to make sure that we can keep improving our products. Okay, so we have 2 Kapex. Well, the plural Kapex, I hope you know, is kpi. Okay, we have the KS120. We came out with that, I believe, in Europe in 2006, here in North America in around 2007, 2008 area. Okay, we just released here in the States the cordless KSC60. Okay, it's right over here. We've already done an episode or 2 on it. We did a comparison between the 2. As I go through this, I was going back and watching those episodes, and I said, you know what? I didn't do a deep dive on the stand. It's called the UG stand. And there's a few ways you can purchase it. You can buy it with just with the stand. You can buy it with the extensions. You can put a package together. You can buy one extension, put another extension on. But what I'm going to do, and the reason I'm doing this, is I've been watching the release of this unit here, and a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube are putting it together, and I want to say, no, do it this way. Make it easy. So, because I'm going to tell you right now, I did a video, I think in 2007, on the Kapex stand for people internally. And I'm going to go through it because I struggled with it and I don't want you to. So the stand is this. Watch. Here's the handle, and it's one of the legs, just like this. Okay? And guess what? It's the exact same stand as both the KSC60 and the KS120. Okay? What's different, and I'll go in that in a few minutes. Now, I'm going to take this and set this aside. This is one of the legs, but it's also one of the handles. So I went out back today, and one of the things you got to do when you put the stand together, the one that comes for the KSC120, hey, it's been a few weeks. Give me a break. Garrett's over here laughing. Okay? This is what goes on the bottom to go on the stand. Chris, follow me over here. What goes on the bottom of the cordless Kapex is this. It's a full bracket. And we have these extra extensions here. Whew, I told you, I'm gonna work up a sweat today, guys. So when you put these on, Chris, come in here. Everybody would say, hey, these look identical. Okay, everybody, in the chat, tell me, identical, what movie? Don't say it. I know you do. Identical. Okay, they're not identical. Hey, you tell the two Utes. Okay, over here. This one has this little tab. Okay, so Chris, I'm going to have you back up over here, and I want you to look at the Kapex. When I look at the Kapex, KS120, this is my right, I know that, and this is my left. So when you put these brackets on, it comes with these 5mm hex cap screws and this nut right here. And where it goes is through the Kapex, through here. And I want to do this up close so you can see it. And it goes in and then locks in just like that. Okay? You just put it in like that. But these brackets are what's important. You see this tab here? This is what locks the handle in the upright, on the storing position. So you want to get this one right. What I like to do is I'll bring this up like this so you can see the bottom of the Kapex. Okay? And always remember this. Chris, follow me on this. This unit goes here, and this goes to the back right of the Kapex. Follow? And I put that on about 10 years ago. And I haven't taken it off yet. Okay, now, once you have that on, what I like to do is take the stand like this, and I like to bring it over ever so slightly like this and grab my handle here. I've done this a few times, setting these up. This goes in, you see how this handle is canted in like this? That's where this goes, okay? But when you set this up, I like to take the Kapex, tilt it up. Chris, come in here so we can see it. There's a little groove here, and it matches with the line. Thank you, Garrett. So when I take that, see this? You got it? You see this little ridge right here? It's like a captured washer. You take it like this, and that slides right up in there like this. And Chris, get in here and see this. See where it says unlock and lock? You want to lock this in because you don't want it to fall out as you're grabbing it. Garrett, I'm just going to take it and set it like this. Okay. Whew. Boy, this brings back a lot of memories in 2007. I was in Germany setting this up, and one of the things they all said, all the trainers said, go ahead, Sedge, you do it. And I had no idea how to set this up. So I set it up. I was pretty good at it. But the one thing I didn't do, everybody watch. Watch my foot. You put it right here. When you are loading the saw or unloading the saw, make sure you step on that stand or you're going to go for a ride. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to turn it like this and I'm going to grab it. Chris, get back here so everybody can see this. There's actually a handle right here. So I'm going to grab it, and you see that handle? I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in there like this, kind of center it like this. Okay, make sure that these are unlocked. And then I can come over here and get it so it sits right on that washer. Okay, let's get it. I had it earlier. And I think it's because this needs to go over a little. And let me just line that up. Almost. See this line right here? It's hard for you. And I'm not doing this on purpose to show the little bit of the struggle on this, because you can see how much easier the KSC 60 is. See that? Hey. Chris, really quick. Pan up real quick. Be patient when putting this together. Okay? Please. And that's all you got to do. That's the stand. Pretty easy? Okay, good. Now you know, and look, over here, you see this tab? See how I have it open? When you are folding this up, put your foot here. So you can lift it like this. See how that locks in? You can take it down like that, nice and easy peasy. Whew, okay. Am I earning my keep today, kids?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. Okay, so next. This is what I was seeing all over the internet. Everybody, well, not everybody, quite a few people were taking the saw, the KSC 60, and putting it on this first, and then loading it like I did. There's no need to. Watch. Chris, come over here so we can see this. I went over this, and the original KSC 60, but I want you to see these leveling pads. Let's flip it up underneath. You do know I should call this out. You have storage for extra blades underneath in this bracket, but these twist like this, and this will help us level it to what? The extensions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to take it like this. I just got to eyeball where I'm going with it. Boom, boom. This is the front. You see the sticker. I'm going to tilt it up. I'm going to slide it in. Okay, kids, here we go. See that? I think that's a lot easier. It will be for you, not for me. Okay. Watch. That is a lot lighter. And that goes on there just like this. And we are ready to load. Always make sure you lock it in. Cool? Whew. All right, I took the 4mm screws off. I'm going to take my KSC 60. Oh, before I move on, somebody was asking about this. See these little pods? They're 20mm. So what those are for, those go on the KSC 60 when you want to use it just on the table. And when you put these in these holes right here, Chris, come here, here, and here, that will fall into the matrix of the 20mm holes that are drilled 96mm on center. Because 32 plus 32 plus 32 is 96. Okay, one of these days I might do some math. Mr. Metric. So when I take that, I'm going to take those holes that Chris came over and shot, and those line up right on there like that. I'm going to take those right in and put those screws in there, 4mm screws. And just take my time doing it. Wow. So I'm just going to undo that, get it in there like that. I like to use a drill for this because it's really quick. Just like this. It's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Get them all in there. Here we, wow. Boy, that's a strong magnet on that. Holy moly. And I'm just going to take it like this so it sucks right down on those pods. Just like that. Whoopsie. Really strong magnet. Let me see where that washer went. There it is. Washer and dryer. Whew. Boy, everybody who was out at Cerritos College and out in Austin, we had a heck of a time hanging out with you. Boy, that was fun. Cerritos College is in where? Los Angeles, right? Or just outside. And what a heck of a program that you have there. As I'm doing this. Oh, I already had one in there. Oh no, there it is. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen these ever so slightly so I can get it right over those holes and not strip them out, because I've seen that happen a couple of times. And just be patient setting this up, because you're only going to have to really set it up, what, once? And I have the clutch on, and you have to use a Festool TXS or CXS for this. Chris loves that. Okay, if you don't have this, Chris, come over here. So you can see this. Look, there's a 4mm hex stored right on board. So you can take care of that just like that. But me, being a little anxious today, I'm just going to take this and suck it up. And the reason I want to show you this, I'm going to get this out of the way, because the difference, but the big difference, is the extensions. If you have extensions for a KS120 and you want to use them on the KSC 60, you may. But your scale will not line up because you have this what? Little extra piece here. Follow me? Okay, but this little extra piece is kind of cool. It's roughly 115 millimeters. So that scale is off if I put these on the KS120, because on the KS120, hope you can see this, It mics right up. This, you know, this is a little larger, but this mics right up to it. See that? Both of them have V-grooves. This one's plastic. But I want to call this one out because everybody who came into the training center way back when used to come over and say, hey, look at this. And I just did a Festool Sedge on this. You see this right here? You see the fence? Chris, come over here so you can get it over here. This doesn't, this part of the extension doesn't have to line up. You just need to have it back a little because if you have any bow, whoopsie, any bow in what? Some chair rail or just regular cuts, it'll spring out if it's being caught here against that fence. Hopefully that made sense to you. So there you go. That's the extensions on there. I put them on, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing in and I'll do some calibration in a minute on them. I have a friend who just got his stand and he freaked out because it took him a few minutes to realize something. And through the course of the years, I know some of you out there because you've come up to me and said, hey, can I buy those extensions on the extensions? And you go, huh? Let's look at this distance right here. From the blade to here, you have 58 inches, okay? You have a lot more. Chris, come over here so you can see this. Look at this knob, see that? I can pull this all the way out. Okay, but what you have to remember, because now you have a stop here. Chris, could we come over here really quick? Mm-hmm. If I need to cut something at 87 inches, look, the reed is right here on the edge. Follow me? If I need to see this stop right here, if I need to cut something at 3 foot, it's right here. Now, I'm going in Imperial right now, and hopefully everybody understands that because people get confused all the time. But you've always been on there on those extensions. They've always been included. I know people have used them for 3 or 4 years and they didn't know those were there. So it's cool because you don't have to know everything. You know what? You should always watch Festool live, I'll tell you. All right. Here's a big difference. On the KSC60 extensions, it's only available on metric. Okay, consult the websites. But in the KS120, it's imperial and metric availability. It's not a dual scale. You can get them either in imperial or in metric. Okay, so there you go. Now, when you set up your extensions, there's a few things I want you to do. And the first one I want to show you is this. I'm going to take, see those knobs I was telling you about underneath? Chris, get in here so you can see this. Right here, Chris, watch. See this? Look how I can lower and elevate it. So what I want to do to this, I want the deck, the same plane of the deck to the same plane as this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to elevate it. And the only thing I'm going to be concentrating on is right here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take the clamp, and you know one F-style screw clamp comes with a Kapex. You can either lock it back here or right here with a KSC60. I'm going to bring it in and lock it down. So what I'm doing is I'm taking myself out of the mix. And Chris, come over here so you can see this. See this right here? See that daylight? I can take this and I can tune it in. And this isn't being level. It's bringing the deck of the Kapex KSC60 in the same plane as the extensions. Okay, now over on the KS120. Woo! I told you to push it back a skosh, and I think that's it. Garrett, is that a technical? Skosh is good?
Skosh is good.
Okay, skosh is good. Hey, you know, Minnie would already be on the second board.
She's much better than
I know, whatever. Okay, Chris, come back here. You don't have to guess how far you have to push it back. Right here, and I showed you this in one of the lives, push it right back, and it has a hard stop, so you can bring it in. Woo! Okay, let me see if I've covered what I need to cover so far, because I'm going to kick it up one more notch for everybody. So somebody in Austin asked me, could you go a little more into technical stuff on Festool Live? So I'm going to try to do a little bit of calibration here and there, and this is one of my favorite things. You see this scale right here? I can tell you right now, my whole life, I never trusted these scales, okay? On these, you can trust them. And you can calibrate them. So I'm going to show you how. It's pretty easy. So what you need to do is, what I'll always do is, I always laugh when I do this because, let me get my folding rule real quick. And the reason I'm laughing is there was one time I went out on the road and I came back and I had calibrated my Kapex and it was off, and it was off about an inch. Do you know what happened? Hey, easy. Do you know what happened? Somebody had cut my my benchmark. So what I do is I always have a benchmark. I label it. I label where I'm going to put it up against the fence. And I want you to see this because I cut this the other day at perfect, 13 inches. Okay, and I'm going to line it up here. Okay, and it's exactly 13 inches. I'm going to bring it over here. Oh, phew. And if we line this up exactly at 13, okay, and I'm splitting the line, watch. I'm going to take it like this, and you're going to see. Can you hear that? Big D, can you hear that? Yeah, that means the side of the carbide on that blade, every time I walk up to this saw now, it's going to be dead on 13, because guess what? I calibrated it the other day. So let's check this one, see if this is calibrated. Hopefully it's not. All right, but I'm going to take it over here. This is the saw that I cut on almost every single day here in the training center. Let's see. Okay, so it's calibrated. Let's uncalibrate it. Over here, Chris.
I think you calibrated that in an earlier episode.
I probably did, didn't I? Okay, so there's 3 5mm cap screws plus this. What happens with this is this goes underneath and locks it down, and it locks it to that V groove. So if you realize that that's a V, and let's come over here, Chris, so we can see this. Okay, right in here. Okay, every time I put that on there, if that peak is resting on there, guess what? It has to calibrate. It has to. So that's why I've been on the road for what, 4 weeks, and I come back and I move it from over here to over here, and it's still calibrated. It has to be, because that's a datum point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen that big knob, okay, but I'm leaving it underneath the ledge, and I'm going to grab this, and this is a 5mm wrench, okay, and I'm just going to loosen it up. 2. You don't have to loosen it too much. And I'm going to take it like this. I'm going to come underneath and grab the other one. Holy macanoli. Oh, there you are. That must look good on film. Okay. Oh, Chris, watch out. But watch. Let me just do this. And you're going to see there's some play. See it? See the play in there? So what you can do is I could take this, and what I'm going to do, first and foremost, I'm going to unplug it. Safety first. I'm going to take this down. Okay, Chris, I'm going to lock the head, and I'm going to come over here. Where are you? Chris, come over here so we can see this. I want you guys to see this. And I'm going to press that in. See it? Yep. So I'm going to take it like this, and Chris, come in here so we can see this. I'm going to bring it right in. And then what I'll do is I'll start my process of tightening. First, the big knob. And I really like that. It's not too tight, and I'm not jamming it against the blade. And then I'll take it like this, and one more. There you are. Wow. And there you go. And now that is calibrated. Whether you want to calibrate it in metric or imperial. Okay? So that's how you calibrate the Kapex extensions. Wow, did I cover everything? Bam, 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 bam. I did it. Wow. Does everybody understand the differences? Good. So there you go. I'm happy with that. Right on time, right? Okay, so hopefully you now know the differences between the Kapex KS120 and the KSC60. The stand is the same, the extensions are different. I'm going to show you one more thing to understand this. See where it says KAUGL? L meaning left, Ka meaning the Kapex or Kapex. Over here, Chris, you'll see right here, Kapex UG KSC60 L. And then once again, I forgot to leave out, there's an electric version of the KS60 over in Europe. We just don't have it here in the States. And that stand will work with it. So you know how to level it. You know how to level the deck here to here. You know how to splay it. And you know about the extensions now. So now you can go back to your shops and go, wow, I do have extensions. All right, and you know how to read the scale, because Eric always asked me to teach how to read the scale. Okay, everybody. Woo! Another Festool Live. Let's start calling off names. Hey, Minnie, I know you're watching. I don't know what time it is in Paris, but we miss you. And I'm having a tough time reading Garrett's printing. Okay, Minnie, you're the best printer ever. Okay, we are from I'm out of here, he says. It's the weekend. Toledo, Ohio, Waseca, Illinois, Huntington Beach, California, Zionsville, Indiana. I know who that is. Walweek, Netherlands. Wow, Mike Martinez from Austin, Texas. Mike, I was showing pictures I was taking and selfies with people down in Texas, and my wife said, that guy looks like a really nice guy. I go, that is Mike Martinez. Thank you so much for coming on to hang with us. Everybody was talking about you after, Mike. You are the bomb. T and K, I know, see, he writes T and K. It's Tom and Kelly from Eatonton, Georgia. Springfield, Virginia. He knows I'm going to say that. Oh, my God, look who it is. It's Dirk from Dayton. We have South Devon, England. Shaker Heights, Ohio. We have Soren in Denmark. We have Russ from Chichester, Two Harbors, Minnesota. Swada Linkcoat, England. Batavia, Ohio. Yolarvi, Finland. Bozeman, Montana. Granite Falls, Washington. Willie from Freeville. Harrogate, England. Clarksville, Maryland. Lausanne, Switzerland. I feel like I'm in high school. Blackpool, UK. South Whitley, Indiana. I know those guys. We have Annapolis, Maryland. Sun City, West Arizona. Christopher from Malta. Anaheim, California. Don't get Garrett on film. Wirtz, Virginia. Steve from Bermuda. Don't turn that camera on him. Hank from OP. That's Ocean Park, Maine. Mr. Foreman, how are you? We have Yalcolt, Washington, Whitestone, New York, Mystic, Connecticut, Puyallup, Washington, Landers, France, Hatfield, Virginia, Rhode Island, Bellevue, Nebraska, Staten Island, New York. We have Atco, New Jersey, Sarasota, Florida, Eaton, Washington, Harrington, Virginia, Rochester, Michigan, Minnequaw, Washington. Come here. How do you say that?
I think you did perfect.
Minnequaw, Wisconsin, okay. Woo! Crimpen and Netherlands. Joe from U.S. Tool and Fastener. Big Joe, Newark, Ohio. Antwerp, Belgium. Delft, Netherlands. Paul, Cheryl, Sam in Anthem, Arizona. Dallas, Texas. Volvega, Netherlands. Belgrade, Serbia. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Lakeville, Mass. Portland, Oregon. Charlottesville, Virginia. Oh my God, you're going to get printing lessons. Winchester, Virginia. Barrett, Twill, Switzerland. I think that's the first. Korea. Merlin from Walla Walla. We have Scotland. Woo! Avon Park, Florida. Southern California. Wow, we have Kingman, Arizona. That's Dan Baby. Great YouTube channel. Bowling Green, New York. Southwest France. Holland. Denmark. Paris, France. Hi, Minnie.
That's Kentucky.
What?
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green. That's what I said. Kentucky. Oh! Okay. Hey, it's Dave and Gwen from West Virginia. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Dave. Okay. Ramson, Iowa. North Wales. Akka, Finland. You're always there with us. Thank you so much. We have Mexico. We have Reading, Berkshire, UK. Lancaster, California. Akron, Ohio. Hey, is that Joe? That must be Joe from Akron, Ohio. We have Lancaster, PA. Oak Park, Illinois. We have Greeley, Colorado. Hey, there it is. Delaware. Woo! We have Noblesville. I've been I'd be willing to believe that's Indiana. Corinth, Texas. Ireland. Woo! Naples, Florida. Downers Grove, Illinois. Nashville, Tennessee. Mercedes, California. Or Merced, California. Allen from Texas or Allen, Texas?
Allen, Texas.
Allen, Texas. And we have Ontario, Canada, or California. I know. You could have thought KCA was California, but it's Canada. And it's my cousin Vinny. You won. Identical.
Other people guessed Face Off.
No, really? Face Off? It was a heinous crime. I love my cousin Vinny.
We had quite a few people answer that.
All right. We have a lot of winners today. What you won, I don't know. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Minnie, if you're at the end of this, we love you. Okay? Hey, everybody. I love you more and more, Min Min. She sent me a picture of a restaurant in Paris. You know what it's called? Min Min.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that wicked?
That's cool.
That's so cool. All right, everybody. Woo! Next week, we'll be here live again on Friday at noon for Festool Live. I say this every daggone time, and we mean it. We love you. Thank you for tuning in from the bottom of our hearts, from the whole Festool Live. Brent, thank you as always. I know you probably had a boatload of questions. Okay, everybody, I'm going to wrap this at 12:30. We're out of here. That's episode 134 in the tank.